This is the Daily Paycheck here on Casino Gaming TV. I'm John from ProCrafts. We're running this show here with two main goals. Number one, we're building a master bankroll. We started with $10,000. We're looking to build it up to $100,000 in small increments. We're looking to buy in for about 10, 20% every day with a win goal of 10% or more every day. Ideally, we get a 70% plus win rate along the way. The big idea here is to increase that master bankroll as we go with those little wins and have bigger and bigger buy-ins with bigger and bigger bets and of course, bigger and bigger wins. It's going to be an exercise in extreme discipline. Winning a small amount each day and tacking that onto the master bankroll is going to be really tough. But I think if we do that versus going for home runs all the time, we're going to have a nice, consistent win rate. The second major goal that we have is strategy testing. And what I want to find out is, can a strategy or a betting pattern be trusted to earn a consistent daily paycheck? In other words, can it survive a full month of simulated play? I'm going to go live every day for 4 weeks, Monday through Friday, 20 days, like I'm doing it for real, right? There's no camera tricks. There's no editing. There's no stop and tape. There's no BS. There's just flat out nowhere to hide. I'm going to do this live every day. What we want to see is, how do the strategies perform under actual pressure, under the actual quote unquote law of big numbers, and over time, how do they respond? It's easy to win in the short term. It's tough to win consistently over a long period of time. So with all that said, let's round up and get to today's daily paycheck. All right, good morning, folks, and welcome in. It's Monday. It is day whatever this is, 20 or something, or day 16, I guess, week 4 of a strategy called the Dallas Drawdown. So overall, that whole thing we just talked about, we started with 10 grand a few months back, and 5 months back, I guess, is now we're up to $26,000. We've won, looks like 16K so far, not too bad. And particularly this Dallas Drawdown strategy is up about $4,000, which is good. I don't like the win rate. We're at 75%. I want to make that thing 16-4. I gotta get a bunch of wins this week. So hopefully we have a good week ahead of us here. And just like I said, wish me luck as we go. When I show you the strategy, you're gonna know why I'm asking for all the prayers from you. Here we go. This thing is it's a 2-hit to 3-hit strategy. That's it. As far as a daily paycheck goes, it's definitely a bun tightener for sure. It's not easy to go out there with this kind of a YOLO sort of attitude, but it does have a pretty high win rate. Here we go. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you at my level that I'm playing it at on this show, but you can see, I think, pretty easy how you can scale this backwards. We're going to play with black chips. Specifically, I'm buying it for $1,600. We're going to burn the whole thing. We're going to go with $250 on the 5 and 9. $300 on the 6 and 8, and $200 on the 4 and the 10. Get the $250 out here for the 5 and 9, like so. There it is. That's $1,100 inside and $400 on the outsides. And all we're going to do is take a couple of hits. We're going to work with the puck off, by the way. Again, my whole rack is dumped out here. We got $1,600 out here. Or $1,500 out. I got $1,600 in the rack. So. The way it works is this. We're going to draw down the wins. So one win on any number pays $350. Okay? Outsides pay $400. We'll take the insides of the example. $350. What you do is you draw down by half. Take me down by half, which means the 4 and 10 get split. The 5 and 9 get split to 125 each. The 6 and 8 go down to 150 each. Okay? You take half of your money off the table. And again, we started out here with $1,500. What's going to come back is $1,100 on the very first roll. Okay, the $350 won plus half of your bets off the table on roll 1. So should you get a 7 here on roll 2, what happens is you've got $1,100 here plus $100 left in the rack. Come back out with $1,200 to try it again. If not, let's say we get lucky, get our second hit, Anything inside pays 175. The outsides, of course, pay 200. It's okay. And again, draw it down. Now watch what happens when I draw it down a second time. I draw it down again, okay? What we actually do here is go to 270 across. Actually, before I do that, let me show you where we are in the rack. There would be our 1,600 bucks. That's a 1,500 bucks back off the table. 200, 300, 400, 525 bucks. That's your daily paycheck. Okay, looking at 500 bucks as the win goal. Now, what I can do and what I have been doing is going back out here at 270 across. I've got enough money to do that. I'll take 100 bucks out of here. We'll get 75 and 25 this way. And I'll take the 225 or the 230, whatever that, or sorry, it should be 250, 255 back to the rack. Okay, now at 270 across, my next hit pays 70 bucks. All this comes back. That last hit there was designed to lock the 500 and give me $64 to play with. Go across, have fun, whatever, but I'm locking the 5. If I wanted to just go home before that last hit, totally fine. Just go home before the last hit. This is just if you want to keep playing. Either way, I'm locking up 500 bucks and getting the hell out of here. That is the game. That is the Dallas Drawdown. It's 2 hits drawn down. First hit takes a bunch of risk off that table. The second hit locks you in. If you want to take a third hit and keep playing, be my guest, but that will potentially rob you of half those profits that you worked so hard to get. So with that said, here I go. My rack is here at the 1,600 bucks in the rack. I'm going to take it all but one, leave 100 bucks in the rack. We're going to rail dump out of the gate, as you can see there. So there's the 200. We'll get the 50 bucks on the 5 and 9 here in just a second. There's the $100 to do that with, and here we freaking go. All right, 250, 250, and whew. Boy, oh boy, I always have to do some jumping jacks here to get ready. Let's see, before I throw, let's see who my friends are today. Who are my friends today? We have Randy Hill. Dusted One has not been here in a while. He's here this morning. Good morning, Dusted. How you doing? I think with this strategy, because it's so fast, I either, like, if I throw a come out 7, we're working, we're done, show's over. I'll play again because it's fun, but technically speaking, that's it, right? So Dustin probably doesn't like to play when it goes so fast like that, right? But Ron's here. Good morning, Ron. How you doing? And of course, my friend Dice Dr. Dan is here. Dan, how you liking this one? There's a lot of risk. This is like a high risk, high reward kind of a thing. But you know, who's driving to the casino for one shot, right? Joe is not shooting. Joe finishes. He 7'd out when I went live, so I tried to wait as best I could for him. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, old man Earl. And of course, our Katie's is here every day. Good morning. Good to see you here again. And my good friend Duracell 8 is here. So, and Waylon, of course. Waylon, how you doing, buddy? Let's get her done. What do you think? Ready to go? Dark Side bonus craps. Here we go. Everybody, warm your hands up. Put them together. Rub them together. Let's go. I'm going to set the 2s on top. I don't know why. It just feels like it's the right thing to do this morning. I don't know why I picked. I don't think that sets matter all that much. Oh boy, let me see. Let me get my one quick final sip of coffee here before we get going, and let's do it. Here we go. Whew. All right. He's got the dice. Have I tried to analyze? Oh, you're talking to me. No, I have not yet. I haven't used Crapsy live yet, but I will. I mean, I've got my own analyzer that tells me how I'm doing, and I run this thing on WinCraps too. And WinCraps gives me about a 70% win rate on this, which is not bad. But I have not run this in Crapsy yet. Crapsy, you can't import rolls into it, right? So I've got 6,000 rolls that I can't put in there. So, and I don't run Crapsy live during this show because I think you know this. But this show, we were running Crapsy for a while, and it got to be a little bit too much. What's what I'm looking for? Not confusing for me, but it took too much away from what I was trying to do with the money. This show is more about the money and the throws for me than it is about that part of it. And I was getting too frustrated with it not working right. And so I went to the regular roll tracker, and sometimes the show is only 5 throws long, so it's frustrating for the players too. I may come back to it at some point. I'm considering it. Here we go. Coming out. Let's beat the bad guy here on one roll. All I have to do is beat them on one roll, and we got a 4. Perfection. 3-1-4. I love it. 3-1. Let's see if that works. Roll tracker picked it up. That's awesome. That's going to pay $400. I'm not going to worry about the VIG just yet, but I do owe. I'll put it out here. I owe the world $10 in VIG. I'll leave. I don't have it in my rack. So there's 4. Take half. Let's split them up. Let's split the 9 and the 5. Let's split the 6 and the 8. Let me get $50 out of the rack there. All right. And again, I should have, there's $1,000. Back to the rack that goes. There's 250. Again, I'll pay those VIGs off when I'm done playing here. I just don't want to be jacking around with change right now. And here we go. Let's get our 2s up again. That seemed to work the first time. Let's do it again here. All right. Biff H says, last time I played, it was at 2 units and waited for the 3rd to draw down. And you pivoted to minimum. That's cool. Here we go. That was not a great throw. It's a 6-5 EO. Again, Chiro likes to mess with me in the mornings when I need that second hit. Yesterday, or last Friday, I guess, same thing. I got a hit, and then it was a yo, and then it was a you-know-what right after the yo. So hopefully today that's not the case. Here we go. Crafty's too many come out. Yeah, Crafty's a ton of come out 7s. Here we go. That's a 1-1 aces. Ay, we're gonna have to do this. 2 horns in a row. I think Jen, that's her trigger to turn bets off. Right? Here we go. Come on, Johnny. Let's get her done here. 5, 4, 9. We done did it. 5, 4, 9. Awesome sauce. 175. That's the win. That's fan-freaking-tastic. All right, let's take it all down. Let's get our 270 set up. I will play it for the extra roll here. I need to break a black chip into 3 greens and 5 reds. There's the 270. There is the starting bankroll. There's my 255, but I had the extra $50 because we had that 4 as the first number, right? So I technically have $300 here in profit, which is fantastic, right? 305 to be exact, minus the VIGs that I still owe on. So here we go. Let's get our play money now. Get on out of here, huh? Darksider's here. Darksider, good morning, my friend. I expect you, Darksider, by the way. I made you that icon. Use the icon, man. That thing is pretty awesome. Here we go. Yeah, Jen says, red follows the horns. For me, I'm off for 1 or 2 rolls after 2 horns. What can happen? Worst that happens, I miss out on 1 payout. I hear you there. I hear you there. I don't subscribe other than to say that a person who's trying to set the dice and throw good, they start throwing horn numbers, they got a problem. And I think that's the reason why you do that. I think you got that from Bo, if I'm not mistaken. But that reasoning I can follow. I understand it. Here we go. Come on. We got a 10, 6, 4, 10 on that end. Awesome. All right. That locks me in. 6, 4, 10. Sweet. That's going to pay $50 on the end there. Okay. And again, I'm going to owe some more VIG on that 10. But here we go. Let's bring all this down. We're all the way done. Everything comes back. I'm going to color it all up. And then we're going to go back out at whatever we have left over. So there's $300 in profit, $400, $500 in profit. I got $125 left. I'll use 10 to pay that VIG that I owe. Actually, I'll take this and use that to pay the other VIG we just had down there. So there's our net profit here or our play money profit is 100. I'll lock this up over here. There's our paycheck. We have 114 bucks in net profit, right? Let's go out there at 96 across. I'll take the 12 bucks back to my rack. Now let's keep on playing. Again, a little bit of bonus money. A little bit of bonus money. There's $100. 96 across. And we'll do a little hard way parlay. And that's basically going to be it. Here we go. I'm either going to make 512 or something better than 512. Let's roll it on. Oh, you know what? My puck's not even on. Sorry. It's a 4. Let's get her done. Have some excess. We haven't had excess profits in a while. Last couple times I've done this, we've made nothing. Here we go. Let's have a good roll this morning. That's a good shot. Another yo, 6-5. 6-5. Chiro. Who's down, by the way, in chat? Let me ask you a question. Who's down in chat to join me in the Yo Fest that's coming up here? I didn't spend 1 minute on over the weekend. I should have getting the hookup with Layla's bank account. But are you all down to pledge yourselves 11 cents per 11 on every single live show from me and Jeff and DJ and Alfredo and Joe and George and potentially Big AZ? They've all said they would log all the 11, and Brian from Hawaii Crap Shooters too. Every provider has said they will log the 11s for me. And let's agree. Who wants to donate 11 cents for every 11 we throw from now until September and have all that money just drop into Layla's account? If we throw between us 1,000 11s, it'll cost you $100. It's not like we're asking for a lot of money, but a lot of people doing a lot ends up being a lot. So I'll put the pledge form up this week. It's a 639. That's great. It pays 21 bucks. That's awesome. I'm just going to press by half. We'll make it a quarter. I'm not going to be super aggressive yet today. Make sure we're bringing something back to our racks here, after all, right? Everything in my instinct wants to make that $35, but I'm gonna play it smart, a little bit smart. Here we go. The prayers are for my heart, David, not for the outcome. But it literally, I stress out so much in the mornings on this show, and people don't know it. Y'all, I know y'all think this is just like we're having fun here, and this is fun. There's my 7. We're done. But honest to God, I get up in the morning and I do the show, and that first throw, it's just my heart is going at 1,000 miles an hour. It's such a stressful thing. All right, that is it. We're out. Okay, we got our paycheck. I'm going to log it in, but we're going to play for a little while longer, and I want to do some experimentation with you. Okay, here we go. We're going to experiment just a teeny tiny bit. Let me go ahead and log in the win first, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to play the rack as it is here and with a small experiment. Okay, here we go. I will do it, Jen. I'll show you. Actually, I can't show it to you yet. I've got a screen, an admin screen set up, and what we would do is after everybody's show, they would go into the screen and just type in the number of VOs they've got. For me personally, it's easy because I have a roll tracker and I can just extract the number of VOs. If Brian and Jeff keep a perpetual table going, Crapsy would log all their yos, right? So that's how we're going to do that. It's honor system as far as the entry goes, but I did make an admin screen where they can all enter that in. All right, let me go and type in the numbers here so we don't have a problem forgetting. So today, let's go here. Let's do the 11th. This is the Daily Paycheck Casino. This was the Dallas Drawdown. 3,000 out, 35.25 back from the bank. Okay, just the typical 4 rolls. There we go. Okay, that's it. So we're good. We're going to be happy. Now, I want to go back out here and do a little bit of compounding play. Let's go here. Let's compound that up a little bit. So what does it look like if we just go. Dark Side Bonus Craps is in on the Yo people. That's awesome. Ryan from Mark the Point's been going live. You can do it too. If you're going live and you want to be in on it, let's log them together. All right, here we go. Puck is off. We got $1,600 in the rack, right? We went out there for $1,600 the first time. I was thinking about going out there with the extra $600 and just compounding this thing up. So let's try it. Let's go. And again, the numbers here will be a little different because it's not as natural of a drawdown as it is out the gate. But we can take the 600 that we won and I don't know, we can go to 300 here. We can go to like 300 on the 5 and 9. We can go to 420 on the 6 and 8. So there's 400. I'll cut that down there into 50 and 50 like that. And we'll go to 420 on the 6 and the 8. I think that was my 100. No, that's over here. And we can make the 5 or the 4 and 10. We'll just take them up to what do you call it? 2 1/4. They could be 250. You know what? I'll make them 250. We'll make them 250. That way it's a little more even. There we go. 250 in the 4 and 10. All right, let's see what it looks like to compound the bets, right? Just go right back out there again, full degen style, and we'll compound them up. Okay, we'll do the same play, take all of our wins and rock them back out there a second time. And let's just see what it feels like to be complete degen. All right, again, we won our paycheck so quick today. I've been wanting to try this for a while. I know it's a little bit nutty, but it is the idea of how we're working our bankroll anyway. Our regular bankroll works by taking that $500, going back in, and then coming back out at a little higher every day, right? So we're kind of doing this just over days, not over shooters. So here we go. And this won't be quite as natural of a drawdown because the numbers are not completely even, but that's okay. 325, 32. That'll pay 420. We'll do 425. Whoops, 425 for a nickel. And we'll take half of it back. And again, I'll spread it out. The 4 and 10 will go to 100 1/4 each. The 5 and 9, they'll go to 150 each. And the 6 and 8, I'll put them down at 240 each, okay? There we go, 225, there's 240. 225, that's a quarter. I'll take out 15 from here. Again, a little bit tougher of a drawdown doing it that way. But back in the rack, 500. 1,000, and check this out. In my rack right now is my original $1,600 plus all what's out there. I don't even know what's out there. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 6, 800 and change out there. So there's about $1,000 out there with that and all the green. So by compounding it up and just doing it again, it does increase the risk, obviously. Potentially increases the reward here though, right? If we do it twice in a row in the same day with all the same money. Here we go. That is a 10-6-4, sweetie. Look at that. 6-4-10, 250 for 125 up top. That will be $6 in vig, which I'll pay out of the rack. And let's bring everything back and let's see what we have. I'm not sure where we even are yet, but let's take a look here. All right, there's 400, 500. There's 800 in black, 3, 5, 8 in black. I'm sorry, there's 1,000 in black. I forgot about those. Look at this. 1,000 in black, 100, 200, 50, 275, 280 in green and red. Starting bankroll is there, guys, which means this $1,000 is now the lock. So we doubled up our lock, right? Now I've got 200 and whatever this is. Guess what that is? That's going to be 270 across, right? We have enough to go exactly 270 after only 2 hits. We'll play that out, and then we'll do it again. We'll do one more crack at it. 2 hits to glory, baby, on a Monday morning. Yeah, playing huge is always a good play because this would likely be most people's whole bankroll on the table. You'd never do it, right? Although, I will break this down for you in a minute here, because if I bought in for, let's say we bought in for 500 bucks, right? The play here is this. Buy in for 500, go out there probably at 320 across, not 270. Do your drawdown and either lose your 500 or win 250. I'll go back. Actually, you know what let's do? Let's show this, well, after this roll, I'll show you at 320 what it looks like. Here we go. The 320 drawdown's great if you can afford to do it. And again, there's a 7. As a paycheck play, again, in and out, ain't bad. That's a 4-3. That'll kill that roll, but we made an extra $500, which is cool with me. All right, let's go out here at 320 across. I'll show you how this works. Let's get another $100 or 50 bucks out there. Okay, there we go, 320 across. Everything's at 2 green unit levels, okay? Watch the drawdown work at this level. Let's pretend that I'll put the bankroll back to normal starting level. There's our 1,600 bucks for tomorrow. Let's say it was 320 and we have 180 back, okay? That's 500 bucks, 320, 420, 500 bucks. This front side of my rack is actually the bankroll for this shooter here. Okay, let's look at how we do. If I can pull the move off here, how does it look if it works at just 320? Let's do a small time, regular sized paycheck. Here we go. That's a 6, hard 6 on the come out. That's a 3-3-6. Whoop. Ah. There we go, 3-3-6 should show up on the screen. There we go. Ooh, sorry. Okay, that pays 70 bucks on the 6. That's gonna become the point, and you come right down half. Split the 4 and 10, split the 5 and 9 to 160 across, okay? I'm gonna color up as I go here. There's the green chip. Out for 320, in for 230. And fix the rack. There's 300, 400, and 40 bucks, or 415 bucks in the rack. Start with 500 bucks. I'm back in my rack. I got 400 and change back in the rack. Here we go. One more hit. I said it out loud, damn it. And let's see what a 320 drawdown does with $500 as your buy-in. Why is my roll tracker bitching at me? Here we go. That's a 9, 5-4. I do it both ways. I've done both things. There's a 5-4-9. Now watch this. 5-4. We'll do it. $35. Bring them half. Now what you got left here is 80 bucks. So what you actually do from 160 is go to 64. Okay? So 50, 65 bucks. I'm going to bring back a black chip and 30 bucks. 70 is going to give me $6 and change when I go out 64 across. Let me get the bet set, and then we'll talk about where that lands you, right? And again, I'm playing with blacks because it's the paycheck show, and that's what we do here. Regular humans doing something like this. Now, we start with 500 bucks. There's 400. Here's 4 greens. That's our starting bankroll, locked. I've got 50 bucks in the rack profit, 51, if you will, plus $64 out there. So then those 2 rolls, right? It's 50, 64, that's 104 or 114, 115 total generated money in 2 rolls. For 500 bucks, that's your 20%. in just a couple of rolls, right? That's an easy come in and go home type of thing. If you burn it, the 320, okay, it didn't work for me today, go home. But you can rack $100 out of there if you're willing to put the 320 out there, take 2 hits and run out. Now, you're also got a decent little profit. You got 10% profit sitting here in your rack and you're playing. So at a low level, it's not terrible. Again, if you're gonna paycheck play it. But the other argument is coming, and I said this last week, right? When I like to play, instead of doing complex maneuvers or big money moves like this, respectful of your bankroll, coming right out at 64 across and just going is the better long-term play for most people. I think a lot of people try to overcomplicate things by doing all these fancy presses and regresses and everything else like we're doing here. Coming out of your gate with your $64 might just be the best way to play, right? Limit your risk, always have a chance, and not have to need all these special conditions to make it work. Either it's gonna work or it's not. I've been doing more of that recently than anything else, and I've been having much more success by just coming out at my level and playing it off and just playing it. Here we go. We got a point of 6. Can I get it done? Let's make some money, baby. That was not a great throw. It is a 9 though. I'll take it. It's a 9-6 tray. What do you want to do here? Let's do 15 for 1. We're playing excess money, right? Let's just go up by 1 unit here. I'll slow roll it here. We'll go with the exchange system for the 5 and 9 for just a minute. What time is it? 7:37. Okay, I got enough time to finish this. This shooter can finish out. There's a 5 for 1. All righty. Should have pineapple pressed it actually. That'll be $14. And we're just gonna go to 15. Take the rest back. In hindsight, is what I should have done. I should have pressed it. You know what? We can go back and do it, but we're fine. Here we go. 8, 6, 2. 6, 2, 8. It's $12. All right, let's take the cap. I'm going to push that one all the way up. I'm going to grab the hard 8 with the change. A little more aggressive on the inside numbers there. And here we go. Seven. One of my better throws today, and it's a frickin' 7. All right, that's fine. 6, 1. That roll ends, but it was okay in terms of we made our money, right? We made our money, gave ourselves a chance. All right, let's turn her off right now and be good. We got our regular paycheck out of it, which was awesome. We did a level up and pulled the move off twice in the same day, which is kind of scary to double up the paycheck, which was cool. Overall, it's a fun Monday morning here at John's house. All right, I'm gonna stop the show here, and we're gonna go ahead and get warmed up, and I will see you downstairs for the coffee run. I'm gonna talk today about come betting a little bit about is it bullshit, is it batshit crazy, or is it oh shit that actually works? We're gonna find out this morning. Hopefully, some answers. So come armed with questions and examples. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Let's celebrate. And